I have teenage boys. They're grumpy, they're surly, they're like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde creatures. Anyway. Hey everyone, this is Laurel of the Dabbling Hook. How's everyone doing? I am chilly. I'm not super cold, but I'm chilly. And I just heated up some tea. Can you see the steam? Yes, it is ginger turmeric. Since the turmeric tea I got from Twinings, I have to do it overseas. I found an alternative, not as strong, but the ginger is good in it, in the organic good for you section at the supermarket. So that's what I'm having. It's stronger on the ginger than the turmeric, so quite like it. Anyway, excuse me, my notes. What are we doing? What are we talking about? I am recording. Today is Saturday the 13th. I should know that because I have a craft fair tomorrow on Sunday. It's going to be a first. It's a little further than I usually go, and we'll see. It's in a well-off town, so I have high hopes, but then again, that really doesn't mean anything when it comes to craft fairs, at least not the ones I attend, and I'm trying to broaden my horizons when it comes to craft fairs and weed out some of the ones that aren't doing so well and maybe go for craft fairs where I don't have to do so many. That's my goal, really. I need to find one where I can spend the money to get into the, I don't want to call it more high-end craft fair, but the higher tier craft fairs, but we'll see. That's the goal. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? Works in progress, which I don't have that many. Finished objects, the giveaway winners, which I will include at some point here. And a pattern update that I have, and a few acquisitions. Very little. It's not a lot, I promise. Anyway, it's not a lot now. I did end up buying a couple of things, which I need to stop doing because I've realized that all the money I've made on the pattern sales, I seem to have gotten a little shop happy and spent some of it. So anyway, what am I doing? Oh, and if the lighting is bad, this is how it's going to be for a little while because there's no more outside. It's cold outside. So I'm inside and I'm going to have to deal with whatever lighting I have. So I'm sitting here. Hopefully the light from the window kind of helps. But anyway, what have I finished? I have finished just a couple. First thing is this. I finished this last week, earlier this week. Did it come out this week? Yeah, I finished it this week, probably on Monday I did it. But this is the Frankenlight, and it is part of the Halloween crochet along that is hosted by, and you're gonna hear a lot of sounds because Minion 1 is being a grump back there. It's hosted by the Underground Crafter, Marie Skase. Pretty sure I have her last name wrong. But, and Umbaka Crochet. Umbaka Crochet Designs. Anyway, this is one of the latest ones that is out. So, it's basically a cozy that you made, obviously, in the likeness of Frankenstein. And there are two sizes, one for a pint jar and one for a quart of the, what are they called? The ball jars? The mason jars. So, I used Karen Simply Soft. Ooh, lights gone. Karen Simply Soft in black, and I think this is Dark Sage. You can hear me. Oh. And these are just bits of scrap yarns, and I used a button here, blah, blah, blah. Gave him a smile. Well, this was a quick one. That's that. I've also been trying, but failing really, to get some stuff done for the craft fairs, but I've just been in a blah state lately. So the other things that I finished were, I'd mentioned last time that all my octo chains, my octopus chain keychains, sold out at between my last two craft fairs. So I meant to make a few, and I finally got around to making a few. So some are just on key rings, and some are on the Big Lobster clasp. Oops. And they're just whatever I felt at the time with the facial features. So these are just literally scrap yarns that I had. I'm just putting them together. Let's see. I like that one. So these are nitpicks, 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 nitpicks. Big Twist Premium, Big Twist Premium. And this is just, I think this is the AC Moore brand too. So this will be for tomorrow's craft fair. And if I can muster the energy, I might do a couple more before the end of the night, but who knows. So that's that. The other thing I finished, I mentioned that at my last couple of craft fairs, people were asking for gray of my 2-button cowls. Say hi. Come say hi. Come say happy birthday to Z. Please. He's such a grump. Whatever. Anyway, his belly is full now, so hopefully he'll be a little nicer to me. So Z, that basically was your happy birthday from him. Anyway, so people are asking for grays, and for some reason I'm having the hardest time finding the gray in the Hometown USA. I have one that I showed last week was the Chicago Charcoal, and the one I wanted was Dallas Gray, and at my Walmart, 2 of them, they only had one, and I wasn't gonna buy it, but they did have this, I forget what it's called. Springfield Silver. It's almost like a tonal color. So that's that. And instead of my usual wooden buttons, I do have some of these. So I just added that. So now I have 2 grays. Woo! I was hoping to have 4, but I couldn't find it, and I'm trying not to stress myself. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to stress myself with trying to make everything and have everything ready. So just going with the flow. The other thing I finished actually just last night was another of my Fringed shawl, and this is the large size. I think last time I showed the blue one. No, I showed the 2 smaller blue ones that I was doing to do to resize the pattern. So jumping ahead a little because of that, I have just put out the updated version of the Fringed Triangle Cowl. So anyone who's bought it should have gotten a an update from Ravelry probably in the last half hour or so, that it's out there. And I've also put it on a 15% discount till next Saturday, just because it's been updated. There's another size there. It's not a new pattern, so I'm not doing the 20% off, but it'll be out there at 15% off for a little bit, for about a week. Sorry, my hands are cold. Have I mentioned how much I hate being cold? Maybe once or twice. No matter what I do, my extremities are never warm. Okay, so what I finished also, this is an FO as well as a whip. I was going to do my whips first, so I'm all out of order. Go with the flow. So this is a newborn beanie. It looks kind of big on camera, but it's really tiny. A newborn beanie with a Kalina cowl, Kalina headband. This is 2 of 3 for an order that I received from someone at my job. The baby's going to be born next month, so that's what this is going to be for. And then he's going to have a big sister, or has a big sister who's 8, so this is what this is for. And then there's a toddler brother as well, so I have to make another one of these a little bigger. And there's no pattern, I'm just, you know, doing a basic basic knitted beanie. And then the other things, last time I'd shown I was working on this, which is my Algonquin beanie. I finished that. And since then I have made, I just finished this one today actually, I have made 2 of my, wow, footbridge beanies. And this is the Lime brand Thick and Quick. Now it's funny, even within the same yarns, it's always funny, and you see that a lot with Red Heart, but it's funny how the same brand of yarn the thicknesses can be so different. This is the classic Fisherman color. I am going to try to stock up after this craft fair. I have a couple of weeks break until my next one. I'm going to try to stock up on this one because I think it's very wintry color, you know, very seasonal without being, you know, holiday-ish. So, but this one is so much thicker than this. This is the taupe colorway, and it's more on the lighter side. The taupe and the, there's a mustard color that's a little more lighter weight than the Fisherman, but either way. So this one is, you know, I did the Fisherman, and then I had this much left, so I decided to, and I had this taupe left over from the Fringed cowl, so I decided to put it together, and I quite like it very much actually. So that's that. So I am going to go through my super bulky scraps and pick out what's left and do that. Pair whatever's left as the brim, and if there's enough for the pom-pom I will, but at least make the brim a different color and the body and possibly the pom-pom in a different color. So, and these I make myself. And you guys may have seen that Lacey from Hooked on Owls just did a tutorial on how to make these. I make mine based on, I forget who it is, someone else's tutorial since last year, a year and a half ago, but it's basically the same concept. So if you're interested, check out Lacey's tutorial on how to do these. So that's that. I really like this. It doesn't sell tomorrow. Anyway. Alright, I think, hold on. Reference the notes, reference the notes. Yep. That's it. That's it. My works in progress, I have nothing really active. I am just trying to keep up on the 2-button cowl, and I need to make a couple of big button cowls, not for this coming craft fair, but for the other ones, just to have it in stock and to keep my Algonquin and footbridge beanies in stock for the fairs. So that's that. The other thing is, let's see, what am I doing? Oh, I wanted to mention that I totally forgot that I have my patterns on Craftsy as well. I am really leaning towards not listing my patterns on Etsy. I know everyone uses Etsy, but one of the things I don't like about Etsy is that if you have a pattern update, there's no way to inform people, to send them an email that the pattern's been updated so that they can download the latest version. You can do that obviously on Ravelry, and you can definitely do that on Craftsy, but it doesn't happen for Etsy. So, plus, the upside is Craftsy doesn't charge you. They don't charge you to list. They don't charge you when you make the sale. So it's just, if you're paying through a credit card or through PayPal, it's whatever their fees are, but you really make out on Craftsy. So I am going to start, I do have patterns out there. The more recent ones are out there, but I am going to try to list all my other patterns out there. I do have some from before there, but Any of the more recent ones, if I haven't listed them, I'm going to put them on Craftsy. So check me out there as well. The link will be below. Okay, acquisitions. So bending again. And what I'm wearing is just a pattern I was trying out, and it is basically your, bottom up, the rib, and then I was trying to do a bobble with something else, and I love the way the yarn, this is the big twist, but I don't like that, the openness of it, so this just becomes my having a bad hair day and need to cover up beanie. It slouches enough, so it works. So, I am not one who's really into the yarn clubs. I have way too much yarn to start doing that and getting yarns monthly and not using them. But our resident cheerleader on here, Miss Zelda, NRJ3, she is, I guess, an ambassador or a representative or whatever the word is for them. But I decided to give it a try using her code. So my first box came earlier this week, and I just opened it today. And it's, I guess the first box is always the same, because I've noticed that everyone gets the same box. Whereas I guess if you're in some other club and you, whatever time that you subscribe, it's whatever that box is at the time. But it looks like the darn good yarn always sends that first skein. Sorry about the lighting. But they always send this one. The texture is, I guess, kind of cottonish, and it actually reminds me of, hang on one second. Hopefully I don't give you a view of stuff you shouldn't get. It reminds me of Bernat Mosaic a bit. It's thicker, but it definitely reminds me of this. And I've been hoarding this skein for so long. It is my very last one that I have of Bernat Mosaic, and it's been in my stash for quite a while. Over 2 years, I think. But anyway, so Z, I've done it for the foreseeable, for the near future. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it. But what came in was the usual. You get the needles and a hook that looks like a, does it have a size? HI hook. Let's see. H, 5mm. So, I will say I am not a fan so much of that. I don't like that. I can already tell that's gonna snag. Yep. Me and wooden hooks don't seem to get along at all. So, and these needles are really small, and I prefer circular needles, so who knows? I may give this away. I may just do that. But what to do with that? Worsted weight silk. Roving yarn, silk roving yarn. Is silk supposed to feel cottony? I don't know. No idea. Hand wash, medium 4, handmade in India. We shall see. I have no clue what I'd do with that. Does it say how much? 75 yards. We'll see. it comes with, I said I didn't open this before, and when I ordered it, I'm pretty sure I wrote Zelda sent me. So this is what they wrote. Can you read that? Zelda is the best. Yes, she is. Damn, Skippy. Yes, she is. So. Yep. I guess it has pictures of things that have been made, I guess, with this colorway. None of them really speak to me at all. I may just knit it, since it's so little, I may just knit it into just a long, I don't know, make a skinny like cowl out of it just to hang around the neck, because I love the colors. Look at that, it would go perfectly with what I have on. So, Z, darn good yarn. And then the other thing that that has arrived that I purchased, which I really need to stock. So this is an Instagrammer that I follow. She's actually in Boston, and I keep meaning to go, to see where there's a yarn store in Boston close to where I used to live when I left home. Where I don't know if she operates out of there, but she's there a lot, and I keep meaning to go, but I'm never in there that often. But this is her name, Lady Dye Yarn, and her name is Diane Ivy. She's on Instagram, and she did a yarn club for the month of September that was all around voting, women's suffrage. So I decided to hop on to that, especially with the political climate we're in. Voting matters, people. Whether you're left, right, center, whatever, voting matters. So, like I said, I jumped in. So the yarn, it was 2 skeins of yarn that you use to create a bandana cowl. And the whole premise is it's in women's suffrage colors, which is yellows, purples. So you make it and wear it when you go vote. So will I have time to do that? I have no clue, seeing how I knit so slowly, unless it's bulky, and this is definitely not bulky. So I keep showing that it comes in a bag. So you get a little project bag. It's like a cotton, looks like a natural cotton, it is cotton natural, anyway, unprocessed. So the yarn is, it's 100% superwash merino, worsted weight / heavy worsted. This is not heavy worsted, it's barely worsted. The knitting gauge is 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch on a number 6 or number 9 needles. 220 yards, machine washable. This is one of the yarns that I used in my first Hotel of Bees, which is sitting in a bag. The second one sitting in a bag. I think I'm about halfway through it. I need to get back. I need to get back to it. But this was one of the yarns that I used in there that it said it was worsted, and I was using another worsted weight Cascade yarn, and this one is just so much thinner for a worsted. It's more of a DK yarn than a worsted, I think. It's just, I mean, maybe when it's relaxed it might be a light worsted, but if you put any pressure on it, it's more of a DK yarn, totally. And this is called worsted. I just don't get it. And what I found is that in the natural, non-acrylic, non-blends yarns, their idea of worsted is way thinner than our usual acrylic world that we're used to. It's thin. It's really thin. Yeah. But anyway, these are the colors. So I have 440 yards to make this bandana cowl. and hopefully I can at least get started. Who knows? Maybe I'll take it with me tomorrow and no, because then I gotta cake this and I don't know. I'm trying to do too much at once. So, you know what? Let me put it back in the bag to keep everything together. So, there's no way I'm gonna get this done by voting day, but I will do it. I will. Let's see. Acquisitions. So that was it for things that I bought, and I am waiting on a couple other things to come in. Oh, I lied. Hang on. I had shown this before, but I bought a couple more for my sister and my cousin who also knits. So my sister pretends to knit, and if you're watching that, you know what I mean. You got to finish that scarf. That scarf she started. It's got to be at least 6-7 years old. Finish the scarf. But I bought her a pin, and this is the Gigi Made It pin. So I bought her one, and I bought one for my cousin as well. And mine is sitting up there because I haven't found a bag to put it on yet. I need a good sturdy bag, and I gotta, I think I have material to make it. I just gotta get my button gear and do one. But, so that's the other acquisition that came in. I have a couple of bag orders coming in. I really need to stop. Because the more bags, that means the more projects I'm starting, the more things that are just sitting around at my feet. But anyway, crinkle. My only other acquisitions, I wanted to do a couple more of the cowls, the button cowls, which I didn't get to. So I bought Madison Mustard. I adore this colorway. I adore it. I have Pittsburgh, I think it's Pittsburgh Gold, Pittsburgh Yellow, which is a much brighter, but this one is just right. Madison Mustard, and then in black. So I'm hoping to get that done tonight. I think I will just not do the octos, even though those are really quick. Okay, I've seen all over the place. I apologize. I won't have time tomorrow, and light is going. So, I wonder if you heard that. Minion 1 is up there yelling on his games. Okay, so what is left is, let me check first, 1 second. What is left first is the giveaway. I did, late last night, I did a quick video of me pulling the winner for the 700 subscriber giveaway. And the winner will, pardon me, this is how I keep my hooks on my desk. The winner will receive, ta-da, is it? The Furls H hook. Like I said, me and wooden hooks, especially this, this kind of hook. It's more like it's a combination of the Susan Bates and the boy hook. I don't like this. This just snags on everything for me. So me and wooden hooks don't go together so well. Plus, I like a thumb rest, and this doesn't have one. I like a dedicated thumb rest. So, the winner will receive this for the 700 subscriber giveaway. So, that along with maybe a couple of little goodies I will put in the package as well. So without further ado, I will put in the video of me pulling the winner right here. Hey guys, this is Laurel of the Dabbling Hook, and I am just going to pick the winner for the 700 subscriber giveaway. So I've put in the last video in here, and there are 33 unique comments. So here we go. And the winner is Rebecca Miller. All right. So Rebecca, my contact info will be down below, my email. So if you can just email me your address where you would like the Furls hook set, and I will ship that off to you. Thanks guys, and thank you once again for getting me to 700. Bye. Okay, quick, well not so quick, wow, man I can ramble. that is all I have right now. Like I said, I have a craft fair tomorrow. It's going to be a first for me in that location. We have had rain on every other day pretty much this week, so it rained yesterday, all yesterday. It rained Thursday. And today, I think it was supposed to rain and it didn't, so I hope it doesn't move to tomorrow because that will really, really stink because it's going to be pretty cold. It's going to be around 50 degrees tomorrow, which is supposed to be good weather for our kind of craft, but around here, for some reason, that doesn't really draw people in. But this is going to be outside. It's going to be in a new venue for me, so I have high hopes. We shall see. So, congratulations to the winner. Rebecca, my info is down below, like I said, and send me your address, and I will hope to get that to you as soon as I get it. And that's all. And I'm going to have some more tea. It's just warm now. I'm going to have some more tea and go warm up and go make some more button cowls. Don't forget the Fringed Triangle Cowl is out 15% off for the next week. And if you guys are making, I know a few of you have made my items. If you could please put it out on Ravelry and attach it to the pattern page, I would really, really appreciate it. As a new designer, it's really nice to see, you know, how people interpret things, what they do to it, how they change it. And it's just nice to see what people are doing, that they're enjoying what you have out there, and I would love to see it. And he's screaming again, so on that note, I'm gonna go. See, even though you don't tell us when your actual birthday is, happy birthday from the minion who waved, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm back because I forgot a couple of things, and I forgot something that I've meant to do since beginning of last month. First thing is I made pumpkins. I made little pumpkins. This was a swatch I was making for something else, and I just turned it into a pumpkin instead of ripping it out. Lighting is bad. Trying to focus on me. And then this one I just made up. Instead of making the body and then using the string to cinch off the sections, I just did it with post stitches instead. So that's all crocheted, and then I just knitted a what do you call them? An I-cord for the stem for both of them, which just fell. Okay, and then the other thing real quick that I meant to do when Seta had her her swap going on, I think it was back in August. I got mine, I set mine out in August, and then I got mine at the beginning of September from my swap partner, who was Jeannie of Apple Pecan Sews. And every time I keep meaning to show them, and I keep forgetting after every video, so I decided to go back and just get it this time. So what I got from her, hold on. And these are actually been spoken for. That's why I've forgotten, because someone actually wanted some yarn and they liked a couple of the colors. So oh, this is so pretty. So real quick, she sent me, sorry for all the bending, a couple of cotton peaches and cream, and bright orange and sandstone stripes. I really like that one for some reason. It's not really my thing. Brights are usually my thing. I did something in this colorway. I can't remember what it is, but that, and then she also made me a washcloth or dishcloth or whatever you do with them. I usually use mine in the kitchen, or actually make washcloths that I have one in each of the bathrooms. And then she sent me a skein of Impeccable in butterscotch caramel. Sounds good right about now. 2 skeins, and when I saw this, I laughed because from now on, it always like reminds me of Claudia and Coylin of the Quo podcast because they do not like homespun yarn, and it can be challenging, but I don't mind it at all. And on one of Coylin's podcasts, he was lamenting of how much he dislikes them, and Claudia called it hellspun, which just tickled me to no end. So I turned around and I made a whole Amaneko cat out of, actually it's almost this color I think I had. I made an Amaneko out of it, so who knows, I might make that. But this is this and the other thing, the purples. She also sent me shawl in a ball, and it's the purple that the person liked, so I was thinking of gifting them these 2, and I'm pretty sure I still have that, and if not, I might make another cat out of that, just for you, Claudia. But she calls it hellspun, so that's always in my mind. And then the last 2 that she sent was Yarn Bee Dazzling, and wouldn't this, the colorway is, what is the colorway? Brights, just called Brights, color number 10. But look at that, and the lighting is not doing it justice at all. It's hot pinks, oranges, purples, just, and there's glitter in it. You can see that. It's just so pretty, and that would make such a great, it's blowing out. That would make such a great shawl, especially for the holiday time. This over a black dress or a black top. Not dress, because I hate wearing dresses, by the way. Love that. And so pretty. So, while the others may go to that person, I think this one, I gotta figure something out to do with that. So pretty. So, that was from Jeannie of Apple Pecan Sews. I'm sorry I never showed it, because I always forgot about it, and then I ended the podcast, and I always remembered when I was editing. So, this time I decided to pull it out and show. So, now I'm going, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.